Yo, yo, what's good, everybody? My name is Alchemy. Welcome to the channel. Let me quickly share with the Discord that I'm live. It's pretty standard. And we're going to be having some fun today. So, shout out to Cage, as a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be doing today is going to be taking inspiration from that particular procedure that he has shown me. You should hit him up for lessons because the man is nothing short of a genius. But what I'm going to be doing is pretty much just stripping away all of my strongest tools once we get once we get into the actual beat making process. But what we can do is we can build a gigantic mud pie in Drambo, and then we can pull this out and import it into Koala sampler, and then we can start to shape it and whatnot from there. So what I might do is I might actually make this in Drambo and then pull Elf Audio up in Drambo as well. So that way maybe I can do some external like mastering to it, just like, I don't know, some Saturn 2 and some compression and stuff, but it's not really that significant. I'll probably do that after just for fun, but we're going to be actually taking a really big journey today. And I'm sorry if I work slow because I'm still trying to fortify myself with the iPad environment, but I actually think that if you can kind of sit through some of this, or if you're watching the VOD, skim through, there's quite a bit that you can do as far as a serious sound designer for the iPad. And I love doing this because, especially right now, because for one, I'm not home, I'm on a laptop and I can stream, but it's kind of nice that I can kind of just like have fun and just chill with doing this. And then later, or as I'm working on this, I can read chat from here. Hey, Cantwell, how are you? And kind of just have a good time while I'm talking to chat on the computer. And then on here, I'm kind of just hanging out and chilling. So we're going to open this bad boy up very quickly. I'm not going to be doing crazy and intentional sound design on here. I'm just pulling this up to get a groove going. Then we're going to resample this into Egoist. Then we're going to start to process the Egoist loops with effects. And it should be a good time. Hopefully you guys will start to see like just how much fun this can be if you don't feel like sitting at your studio. Please disregard the mix. I'm in headphones that are garbage for mixing. I took a listen to the tune that I made yesterday and I was like, I was surprised at how loud it was, but I was like, oh man, that's a lot. But anywho, I digress. Let's get started. So I pulled up a random kit. This is what this sounds like. It's more than adequate. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the sequencer here. And I think that I'm just going to go like this and do something. Bro, I just prototyped a small and short loop in Sunbox, a 4-inch Android phone. You can go miles before you need to use something on a desktop if you know what's up. So I actually finally figured Sunvox out to where I could at least figure out how to actually use the tracker. But it's fucking cumbersome. It might actually not be so bad if I hold it vertically, now that I think about it. Maybe I'll do that at some point and try to make something in the tracker. But it's definitely a interesting approach to try to make stuff on there. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit play. Let's see what this comes about. Actually, I'm going to move this down to like 120, or sorry, 85. Let's do 82 today, if that's cool with you all. It doesn't even matter, but so I can hit play now. That's not terrible. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to humanize this. I am going to swing this just a bit. But what I really love about Drum Computer as far as an app itself is that there's this offset. This is like my favorite feature of any kind of drum thing ever is just track delay. So I can move all these off, just one by one. And I think that I can highlight all of these perhaps, or maybe move all these and offset these just a bit. I don't want to do it on that one. Probably didn't want to do it on that one either. But I can do it there. Sequence. I can go random. I'm not going to think about this too much, to be honest, just because this is the really insignificant piece of this. But now that I have that, this should be a little bit off now. So sick. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off of this. Wait. And we're going to hit stop. And I am going to... Do I want to process this now? I suppose I could. I don't think that I'm going to, actually. I think that I'll do that later. So I'm going to export this now. And go export audio. We'll go to save to files. And then we'll call this Koala 1. Sure. Save in the drums. Now let's do the exact same thing. Make a new kit. Randomize all the steps here. And do that. Let's see what that does. This one's sick. Alright, so I'm actually going to save this one because I like this. Sick. Industrial. I'm surprised that picked that up because I butchered that spelling. So yeah, now that we have that saved, we can just export this as well. Go export audio. And save to files. And there we go. That was pretty easy, right? So now what we can do is we can pull up Egoist. And, oops. Cancel. What happened there? And what we're going to do is we're going to bring these two drum things back into this. So this should be fun. So we'll go here. And then we'll go to import, go to drum 1. What did I name these? The first one was Koala, right? I believe. Why does that open up on 5? Okay, whatever. So we'll import again and pull this into sick industrial. And I guess I'll work on this one first, but we've got some slices here now, which is nice. The slice is nice. I'm going to change this all the way up and randomize this and randomize that. And I'm going to scroll up if I can find it. Random steps. We'll keep the bass off. We'll turn the effects on both of these. And then we'll go into the bass beats here. This is such a useful tool for me. No, we don't want to do any bass. So yeah, there's that. We can modulate the kit, whatever. And now that we have this though, we can randomize these effects, set that to play whenever you feel like it. Whenever you feel like it, bruh. What does this one do? I don't know what the difference between those two are, but it doesn't matter because we did a thing. Cool. So now that we have this, we can alternate on this guy between 5 and 4. And now whenever we hit play, which I hate that the play button is right here, but all right, what's going on here? Okay, so Drambo decided to take a crap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. Why? Okay. Where are you at? There you are. Let's try that again. Very quickly pull this up. Yo, have not given Egoist or Drum Computer a fair chance. I'm gonna fire him up later tonight. You should definitely check out the reviews if you get the chance, because I do think that they are worth your time. Did that not save? It did, but this is on... E. So what I think happened with this is that these are on different triggers or something to where this isn't firing up. So I think that I may have made an organizational issue, but that's okay, because I guess I just need to figure out how this works inside of this as opposed to the actual latch, but it's not a big deal because these imports save, which is really nice. So we can pull up Koala. Then we can go to pattern 2. That's so weird. I don't know why that does that, but I'll figure it out later. And then we can go to sick industrial. There we go. Pretty much do the exact same thing. And then go to pattern 1. This is what I meant to do. So, but you see how fast it is, which is really nice. We can just sketch a beat, play that in any order, effects, any order, doesn't matter. Maybe something a little more colorful. Same thing with this, sketch effects. I don't even care. I don't even care. Baby got on fur. What's your status? You guys know that song? I think that we should be good to go now. So this should rotate between 1 and 2. Maybe. And now I think that we should be doing things. No bass. It says that it's doing things. But I don't hear it doing things. Now it's doing things. There we go. So that's what we needed. And now that we have this, we can get into some crazy ass processing with this. I'm going to make this simple because I don't feel like doing this from scratch, but I'm going to pull up a processing rack. And we're going to go to my presets here. And I'll talk with you through this, but this drum processor now is going to pretty much do what I do in Snap Heat. And what this does is you've got comb filter, delay, frequency shifter, shaper, and compression. And you can basically make some sick drum type sounds like that, which is really fun. I'm gonna go into push here because we need to clip this. And now that we actually have something like this, we can go and start doing some crazy shit. How necessary is the comb filter? None of them are necessary. So none of... Sorry, this was still going. This should be here. There we go. So yeah, none of this is technically necessary. It's really about what you want to do, right? If we want to add to this or something of the sort, then like one thing that we could try to manipulate on here is even something like a reverb, right? Let's do a feedback delay network because those are fun. And let's see, we can just grab some LFOs here. Wow, none of these are really modulatable. Okay. That's fine. We can still work with it. So I'm going to copy this, morph, copy. We're going to go paste. I'm going to move it to this side. And we are going to modulate the size now, because that's going to give us some really interesting stuff. And now what we can do is we can use an LFO here to morph this as such. And now you can see that we're able to mix this in. And then we can use a different LFO to modulate something else. So we're really just trying to create sounds, trying to create different stuff that's going to give us a lot of different results that hopefully come out as interesting. So and just to make things super fast, we can use timeless now to get some crazy stuff. We're going to use Saturn here. Now I'm also going to modulate the mix. You see how we're getting like really cool resonances and tones and stuff though? So this is a really easy way that you could create some kind of random generator. This thing right here was probably the longest to set up, so there is that. But hold on one second. Some other things that we could do is just get out of this. Fold. We could also go and try to make stuff more like a kick if we wanted to. I guess I could show you that here. So one thing that I've learned about Saturn II, which is fucking sick, is you can actually create a transient shaper on here with saturation. So if we were to go into an envelope follower and change this into transients now, and you're definitely going to be seeing me do this on PC as well, or computer, whatever, doesn't matter. But we can actually map this to the level of this. Yeah, it's a nice technique for sure. Let it run for ages and chop and resample. That's exactly what we're going to be doing here in just a second. Is we'll be recording some of this stuff, and then we're going to take this stuff here and try to find some cuts for the Koala sampler. Also, hi Daniel. I don't recognize you, but welcome to the channel. So, fast attack, very short release, and I want to try to find stuff that once this... I could turn that off. This thing is so cool. Yeah, but we can use this as a little thumper here to try to get some cool stuff in here. And the other thing that I'm going to do as well is I'm going to add an MBC. This is just the kind of, I like this compressor. It sounds nice on drums. It's terrible for sidechaining, but it's not bad. Long time lurker, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for being here. So, what we got going on here? Yeah, we're going to turn the threshold down, turn the ratio up. Pull the range down. Really long attack, long release. Is this doing upwards? It shouldn't be. What's going on here? Makeup. There we go. Maybe pull the range here then. There we go. So let's see what this sounds like now. I'm going to have to adjust this. I might just do parallel compression on this, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Actually, that's what's likely to happen. Long attack. Soul Steel. Yo, Cristiano, thank you so much for subbing to the Ether. To the Ether tier. I really appreciate that. Go grab your goodies. I'm actually probably going to put some samples up at some point this week for the Ether tier because it's been too long. Way too long. Oh shit. Pleasure, buddy. Long time no see. It's good to see you too, man. Thank you so much. Alright, so I'm gonna back off of this just a bit because we're breaking it. Now you see how I'm like making like sick sounding kicks. That's so cool. It would be nice if I could make this only listen to the low frequencies though. You can. Let's go. That shit slaps. That's so cool, man. Saturn 2, like, FabFilter, I'm so disappointed in myself that I've been sleeping on this shit. Because there's so much cool stuff that you can do now. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to try not to record for too long, but exactly see how you guys are hearing stuff, and that's the whole point of this. But this is really the last step that we need to do before we get to doing stuff in Koala Sampler. So one thing that I can do is I can actually record directly into Koala Sampler, but I think I'm just going to use the resampling tool instead and just let this go for a bit. Wow. I'm still waiting for a kick. There it is. Okay, so my recordings now saved to my this is saved to my recordings folder now in my library. So now what I can do is go into my files, go to on my iPad, go to Drambo, samples, and then go into recordings. Should be at 82, right? Yeah, there it is. And I'm actually just going to move this to drum 1. Move. Sick. And I can just delete that now. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all this stuff. Copy. Actually, sorry. Select all. Dude. Select all. Cut. Instrument rack. Paste. There we go. Dude, no. Drum maker. 2. I think I've already got one, so we'll go presets. We'll go to user, save, return. And there we go. So now I can quit this and we can pull up that sample in Koala Sampler. Again, I can also just do this in Drambo, but I'm going to do it in here instead because I got to make a way to make my sounds pop way more. I always make low mixes. I kind of want to learn it, but I feel too dumb for it because I always miss steps. So the way that you get drums loud is the number one thing you should look at is clipping. The number 2 thing that you should look at after that is parallel compression before clipping. Because if you do that, you will find loud drums. Shout out to Cage and Zane for all they do. So we're going to import audio now. What the fuck? No, files, bruh. What? Koala. Samples. Samples. Drum 1. $7:20. What's the date today? At 2:31. Okay, I think it's this one. Yes. Cool. So I want to buy a new thing with saturate. You can use a G clip if you want. That's a way to do things. So now what I can do is I can get into the editing process on this, and I think what I'm going to do first is just that. So I am going to copy these for now. That's kind of a snare. I like that. So now we're going to make a kick out of this. Dude, stop. I don't even think that we need to time stretch this. We just need to kind of fade it. There we go. Oh man, what did I just do? Oh. Okay. New thing with Saturate is cool, but it introduces pre-ringing unless that was a bug that's been patched out. I don't notice any problems with it. Just looking for something reminiscent of a snare. So what I might do first is I might try to normalize this. That might be helpful. That'll work. Let's find a hi-hat. Okay. It's a little finicky working on with this, but it's not terrible. A little bit of attack. Sick. This is really important. We're going to compress these a bit, add some distortion. Sweet. So let's go ahead and duplicate this now. We'll go to reset. Is there a reset on here? On this as well? Doesn't seem like it. So let's try to find something tonal now. It's kind of cool. Sounds like a cat or something. Is there a way that I can just use like that I can like hold this and scroll? I don't think there is. That would be nice though, but okay. Got it. All right, let's get into our sequence now. Okay, so we've got maybe. Okay. Stock Jaguar sounds. Yeah, I noticed that too. Come on. What the fuck? I think it's because of the compressor. So what I'm going to do... There we go. So now that we have something like this, yo, CS Great, thanks for coming in, bro. So now we can find some spaces. So cool. So now let's see if we can find something else interesting in here. Just searching to see if I can find some kind of rhythm or something that will get that boreal sound flow. It's a little off, you know. Maybe I can stretch this here and go to repitch. Yo, Chad, thank you so much for the membership. I really appreciate that. Soul Steel. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it, bro. Let's see how that fits into the sequence. It's kind of cool. I'm going to cheat here. This is a little imprecise. Now, I almost want to say that this kick still has a little bit of... No, it doesn't. Maybe that's just me. But, it's on there. I feel like there's a delay on there when that resets, which is kind of odd. Okay, now I want to control this just a bit because... Why is this on? Okay, so now that we have this, we can elaborate on this just a bit. Let's go double up, and we can start to play. I wish that I could color this differently, so that way I know what's what, instead of just the cells, but... undo. Undo. We're going to be doing that a lot, unfortunately. I don't know what that's doing when that plays from there, but... Is there some kind of delay or something? Dope. I still feel like it needs something tonal, but that's okay. Because I did the long way of this, but... So maybe what we can do now is... here. Dude, why does it keep doing that? Jeez. Oh my god. Crab it, bro. You could do it. I believe in you. Hey, what's up, brother? Sick. Well, that's not what I want to do, but that's okay. There we go. It's really cool. It's a little cumbersome to use though. So there we go. Now what we can do is we can pop this back into Drambo and get rid of this, and then we can do some processing to this to where Koala, songs, pie beat, sick. So now I think this is supposed to behave as intended, I want to say. It's currently synced to external as long as sync another app. Okay. Oh. That's why. I'm going to change this here in a second, but Can I mono this? I don't even hear anything. Maybe we can try Nambu again. I know, right? Sorry, guys. That's pretty sick. Yeah, it was made by Fugue Machine. I'm sorry, I didn't. I got lost in the sauce. Yeah, I hear you, but still. It is. I just wish that they had swing or like nudge, so that way I can move shit off. Yo, thanks DJ Victor. I appreciate it. Could you imagine if Pro Q3 had modulators? So, I mean, yeah, we could maybe play this at a higher octave or something to try to leave some space for that, but... a way to quantize on here? I tried MorphiQ. I've been messing with it lately. Yeah. This is dope. Would love to hear this one finished one day. I mean, what I could probably do is bounce out the stems and throw it into Bitwig. Would you guys like to see that? Because I can just bounce out the stems from Koala Sampler. I select this all. Is there a way to quantize this? I think there is. I just don't remember. Let's scroll to no. 64. Repeat. Snap. Do it. Okay, maybe we could do that tomorrow. I'm gonna keep playing on this though. I want that to be like do 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 do. It doesn't really seem like there's a lot of tools here to what is that on? Man. It's cumbersome to work with. Yeah, it has a scale lock. It sounds so stupid on its own. Sounds so stupid now as a whole. It's unfortunate this doesn't have any side chaining, but was thinking on trying Bitwig myself. Based on what I saw on your channel, it seems like I had a good, nice workflow where I make it look good. If you like to work in audio and resampling, or if you like modulators, it's good. I don't really know Studio One that well, but there's that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we made a beat, which is kind of funny, but I guess it works. But bro, I don't need that. It's very quiet. This doesn't look like it has a mod wheel on it. Why do I hear that? Interesting. Studio One is cool, but I believe they focus really hard on studio sessions for stuff like live instruments and recordings. I've never even opened Studio One, so I wouldn't know, to be honest. I wish I could be more helpful. I'm sorry. Do I find that the synths that are available for the iPad have very distinctive sound? I do. This one in particular is very peculiar. Oh yeah, this is totally like Vital, totally like Serum, and it's got some of its own features on here that make it stand out enough. But yeah, this thing is sick, and they just came out with an iPad version too, or sorry, iPhone version. So now I can make wavetables on my phone. Yay, which I love. I do wish that they would do a couple more things with the interface of this, but it's okay. It's not the worst. But it would be nice if they switched that up a bit. We're going to go to the control here, go to this. Maybe make that kind of slow. Same thing, we want to map this to the pitch or the note key. So we can use a little bit of this. We can use a touch of this. Where's that phaser? Where's that phaser? Move this to the bottom. Limit. Time up. Downwards compression up a bit. Back off with the dry wet. Turn this up just a bit. And we're going to turn the rate down. Turn the mix up. Let's see what that sounds like. If I long press this, can I like separate these? Doesn't seem like it. It would be nice if I could, if there was a way to, I don't know, like either pinch or something. Made mini controllers for the iPad. I mean, you can just plug in any, you can just plug in any controller. So we lost our sub. And so what I'm going to do on these effects is I'm actually going to grab another filter here. And it's just going to be a little high pass. We're going to cut everything off around 140, 153, I guess. And then we're going to go to the oscillators tab. We're going to turn on FM and come to this guy and not send the effects into FM. So that way we have a direct out. And there we go. Okay, that's fine for a starting point. Does that sound totally just busted in your guys' ears? Because I'm listening on this, so I can't really even tell what's going on. Yeah, Koala standalone. Okay, let's grab a processing rack. We're going to pull this up. Let's go ahead and pull up Timeless. We start at 100% mix first and get rid of all of these except for this guy. So now I think the first thing that we're going to do is we'll focus on that in a minute, but actually, whoa. I don't even know what that was. It would be nice if I could sort slots. It would be nice if I could duplicate these LFOs. But I haven't seen if there's a way to do that or not. Okay, so we're going to remove everything at about here. And then we will create some stuff. What did I just do? Is that a mid-side split or what? Yeah, that's okay. It's a pan. All right, got it. So you can pan them out differently. That's pretty cool. So if you double tap on this, like that, and you go sideways, then you can pan it. If you double tap and you go up, then you can adjust the resonance. That's crazy. Well, maybe that could be cool then, because we can actually do like some weird mid-side shit on this. That's sick. Dude, Timeless is such a cool fucking plugin. What a plugin. What a plugin. Actually, no, I don't want all these. You can just go like that and adjust the frequencies now. And I can set this up this way. Set this to free. Add a new MIDI source. Keyboard track. Come into this. Turn the, oh wait, no, we want the glide. Come in here. Same thing. I just love how fast the modulation is on this. Cool. Oh, I could save this as a default? Wow. This is so fucking cool. Okay, well, in that case, it's gonna make my life a lot easier. Maybe not that much. Let's add another one. We're going to add this to the diffuse. So if we go here and we actually grab this and maybe remove all this stuff. Maybe delete this. Sound like fucking Charlie Brown over here. Clear. Needs a little bit more morphing for me, personally. So we're gonna move this over a tad and hit paste and switch this up a bit. Come on. Thank you. Okay, maybe I can move the 3 effects split over to, or maybe do stuck. There we go. So I want this to be a little bit more wild, so let's see if I can set this here. And is this smooth? No. No. Pretty wild that we can make this on a fucking iPad though, right? I'm going to go to base, save, bad. Ticks, just because it's saved as whatever. We're gonna go into base growl here. See if we can get anything else interesting on this. Oh, right, that clipping, man. So wild. So yeah, that's how we Hey GB, what's up? Or we can save it as a track. I see. So yeah, I mean, it took less than 2 hours. I mean, we actually sketched the beat in no time at all, but we covered a lot of different sound design and a lot of different, how do you say, just a lot of sonic possibilities, if you will. Does anybody have any questions about anything? And on that note, second, I need this guy here because I need to plug my phone in. Yeah, unfortunately, I still don't think that like we're at a place to where like you can just, I don't know. You can do the sound. You can do just about any kind of sound design that you want to do on the iPad right now. Hopefully, that's a testament to that from what I just showed you. You know, we can make really big sounds on here. I do think that this bass is a little overblowed, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like I tried to work on an iPad. I feel like I was playing. And that's kind of what we've been doing today, is really just like, I feel like I'm playing a video game. In fact, that's really how, I know that I tried to do some creative stuff today, but I didn't really take any of it serious. It was just like, oh, okay, well, what can we accomplish and what can we try to get done? But to me anyways, like I'm just playing. And when I'm doing music and stuff too, like I think that's when I make my best stuff is when I'm having a good time. So even though I don't really have a way to like chop audio in, I guess, an efficient workflow like I'm used to, it still is nice to just kind of, save some of this stuff. And yeah, I can just save these as default and, kind of have whatever it is that I need. If we want to do frequency splitting or something, we can. If we want to, make neurobass, if we want to make drums, if we want to make other kinds of pads and stuff. I guess I kind of started cutting some corners to there at the end where I was just trying to like layer some shit on. But, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. And I love that Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, I love that I have access to so much modulation on here, right? So even if it's just Drambo, you know, you can have all different kinds of LFOs and stuff in this. For example, like if I were to unfold this, we've got randomizers, we've got frequency splitters, which to me, this is pretty much like, I guess if you will, this is like the phase plant of the iPad. Even though I don't like the interface of this, and I don't like the fact that this thing does not go away. That's really annoying. I can't get rid of it. I can't make it smaller. I guess I can make it smaller by doing this, but I just want to get rid of it entirely and just focus on that. So being able to like move these and hide these out of the menu would be great, but select all, select all. Oh, okay, I see. That's what that's supposed to be. What is this? Steps, I guess. I don't know. Do I think in a few years from now people will use it as an official DAW? I think that I just put up a Logic Pro review for iPad, and you actually can. I think that for what most people make, absolutely. Because, like, what makes a song professional, first of all, right? If the sound design capabilities are there, then in theory, all you have to do is have something to arrange the stuff in a way that makes sense, right? But with Logic Pro, I hate the audio editing, can't fucking stand it. But you can toss a drum loop into a sampler and play MIDI and add instruments and add effects. It does have automation. I think that the automation is kind of whack. It also doesn't have built-in modulators, but effects have built-in modulators. It's got several ways that you can resample. I just think that, yeah, if Logic had better audio editing, then I might have actually been like, oh, maybe, you know, maybe I will subscribe for a month and figure it out. But I've already uninstalled it because I was just like, oh, that was cool. Yeah. But I've already uninstalled it because I'm like, it's just kind of dumb. It's not worth my time. Like it would be much better for me to do my sound design in Drambo and then pop it into Bitwig because of how tedious it is. But what we did today as an experiment was we actually made a loop, and then I took away all of my tools. Like I took away all of my processing things and saturating and, you know, transient shaping and this and that and whatever. And after we made a mud pie, I'm sorry guys, we threw it into Koala sampler, and then we like found little hits and stuff and made a beat, and that's actually what this is. So this is the beat that we made, and if you look on here, you'll see that everything in here is just from a huge resample. So from that, and playing that in this, I've just added some effects to it, which not many, but some EQ, some distortion, some compression, and clipping. Which sounds like this on its own. Dude, I've been working every day and like uploading video after video. Like, and not just that, but I feel like I've actually been putting up good videos that are like super useful. But I am tired. I've just been working my ass off. So yeah, we made a loop. We threw it into Koala sampler. We made a beat. Then we threw it back into Drambo. Processed it a bit, and then I was just at that point I was just like, all right, well, I'm not really trying to like sketch a whole fucking tune right now, but I did want to just see if I could make a cool little beat or something, and design a little bass. The last couple of videos are gold mines and D's. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't know. I'm not trying to waste anybody's time with my videos, and because I don't edit my videos. I want to try to like make sure that it's still good quality because I just don't like being funny. Well, that's not true. I love being funny. But I don't like having to try to be funny and to, like put on my theater identity because it's there. It's there. I've done theater for years. Acrobatic circus theater, anyways. I was a circus performer. Still am, I guess. But yeah, it just I don't like putting all that effort into like the aesthetics of the videos and stuff when they don't pay off. So like a great example of that would be these more personal videos are really really good along my own time faves. Like the talking head ones to where I'm just like speaking, those kinds of things. Fuck me. Yeah, I like doing those. I don't know if maybe you guys have more topics that you want to cover or that you would like me to discuss, then I can. But I like doing those. I just worry. Actually, it's interesting because that talking head video is like has been super popular. So actually more popular than any sound design stuff that I've done in a while. The halftime producers are really that big, I think. Can you I don't understand. Can you rephrase that, GB? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, halftime is not a very popular genre. It's great music. It's my favorite fucking music for sure. Like I love halftime. I love swingy heavy beats. That's my shit. Love to do it, but it's not a popular genre. You could still make halftime on an iPad. It'll just take you forever. And if you have the workflow that I do, or the our friends, let's say from across the globe, it's not conducive hardly at all. And you can see that it's pretty evident when you look at the beat that I made in Logic from a couple streams ago. But I had a great time doing it. That's the thing. And even though like it sucked or whatever, like it's just cool to be like, yo, I can make some shit on a portable device. I guess this is a portable device too, but on a tablet, right? Which fucking blows my mind. But I can make some stuff on a tablet and then be like, okay, um, now we can import this, or now I can do that. So I think that for now, I'm trying to think of the words to describe, maybe not the most efficient, but like the funnest way, I'll say that, the funnest way to integrate an iPad or an iPhone into your production is to not try to make music on this, but to do sound design and create material outside of your normal workstation and then import those samples and stuff into the DAW to later, to later like process or to start to work with. Because like I said, from a sound design perspective, I mean, you guys can see this, like this is exactly the same kind of stuff that I would be doing, excuse me, on the computer, right? The frequency splitting, the resampling, the detuned saw waves, the way that I process drums. I'm actually thinking about, like, I haven't really sat and made, actually I'll probably do that before we get off stream, but I haven't really spent too much time with these guys, but making drums and stuff out of this has been really fun and refreshing because I'm finally starting to reach for stuff outside of phase plant. And it's not because this stuff is better, it's because it has the modulation convenience factor that I like to use, if that makes sense. I'm trying to make some non-melodic stuff. If I got some helpful tips. Yeah, so if you're going non-melodic, it's tough because having some kind of thing to latch onto that people can identify with is like the easiest way to make a memorable tune, I feel. But what you can do is focus on building a theme of texture. So build a call and response of either texture and or rhythm. For example, actually this beat that I made, like if we take away everything on here, and we just play this from the drums again, like listen to the themes that I've created, but none of it is timbral. Oh. Hold on one second. Oh shit, alright. So, yeah. But really, you want to try to, I don't know, experiment with sounds and stuff and experiment with different kinds of... Did I design the drums? Yeah, I did everything from scratch today. Let me see. Yeah, I just, what's it called? Let me go here and go to instrument rack and then go to presets. So this is everything that I did in Koala Sampler came from this. Actually, that's not true. First I had something from Drum Computer and I made a couple of loops in Drum Computer. So hold on one second, because I do have those still. So I just use Drum Computer, which is a really fast and efficient way to make both drums. You just go like this. So that's why I love this thing. I have a review on this. But yeah, so that's not really the important thing though, because once you have this, I bounced out a couple of loops from this. And if I were to, hold on one second, turn this off. Oh, it looks like we're actually, it's getting hot, it's warm. Hold on one sec. We'll just retrace some steps here. So yeah, if I were to just mute all this, solo this just in case. This is what we started with. Then I've got this drum processor on here. And I've got a timeless. I've got a saturator, compressor, and then a clipper. So what I did was I just recorded this. So, in any case, go to that, and then if you go into this file share here, iPad, Drambo, samples, recordings, 86. What's the date today? So what you want to do with this is you want to just try to find a hook and get into cutting that up, and then you can do more resampling and stuff. And that's the unfortunate thing, is like up to just getting regular balances, it's fine, but trying to manipulate audio further and like, you know, twist stuff up, and it means that like I can shift things around or like do pitching and reversing and, you know, all of that. That's why I still feel like I need Bitwig, because it does not, how do you say, it doesn't give me a whole lot of tools to work with. And there's no audio in Drambo. There's also no timeline. But yeah, I don't know. Does anybody got any questions? Yeah, it's fun. It's super fun to be able to I don't know, just have more options, more things to play with, and more things to mess around and explore. I think is really what it's about for me. Is now I'm just in this process of exploring and trying to really just become translucent. Maybe that's not the word. Just totally like adaptable, because I can't come up with a better word. Of whatever it is that somebody gives me, I can transform into something, you know, something cool. And I also need to go back and just work on my musical elements as well, or like work on my composition. But I think part of that is just from making beats. And that's why if you have something like the Koala sampler and you're working on these limitations and stuff, then it could be pretty handy. Because like, you know, you see me finagle with a lot of like the intricacies of trying to place beats and stuff, but once I'm over here with the keyboard and mouse, it's just like boom, 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 and everything comes together super fast. And in theory, I can write a beat or an idea very quickly, and that's what I would like to be able to cultivate, of just getting really good at, okay, let's make something interesting and let's fly through this. But let's also be able to, like, I don't know, come back and make it into the kinds of sounds and aesthetic that I like to express, if you will. So, I don't know. In any case, I don't really have anything else that I want to do today. I think that we accomplished the goals. So, do I ever get in the mood to make super melodic stuff? Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff that's super, super driven. Do I feel like I produce better after going to the gym? Depends. Sometimes I'm just too tired. Sometimes I'm wiped and I have no energy to do anything, and that's when I want to just play games. But I haven't been going to the gym the past few days because I've been working out, but I've been working on my knee because I hurt my knee a couple weeks ago. And it's not terrible, but I'm really trying to take care of it. But because I've had all this free time to do nothing, I've just been like hammering out all these different ideas and whatnot. But I think what the best environment to be creative in is when you have a safe environment And when you are in a good state of mind, I have a really hard time writing when I'm really stressed or like when I'm in a really bad mood. I usually write garbage when I'm in a bad mood or when my life is like super hectic and chaotic. But creativity as a whole comes in abundance. If you are a creative person, it's not like I'm creative today and then I'm not creative. You're always creating stuff, ideas, thoughts. You're creating motion if you're moving and breathing. You're constantly creating. You're always doing creative stuff. And so, what I would suggest to people is to just try to tap into whatever you are expressing in the moment and build off of that. You work a 12-hour shift now and have the next day off, sometimes just too tired the day before and nothing decent comes out. Yeah, and that's hard, man, because like if you really want to dedicate a bunch of time to doing something that you love, like you kind of have to figure out how to balance it. And that's part of the reason why I like to try to get really efficient with my beat making process and stuff too, is because I want to be able to just bang some shit out and then like be able to enjoy my other hobbies or the other things that I want to do. That's a hard job, man. You gotta bring your phone with you on your lunch break in 12-hour days. But hopefully you should have. Are you actually like a medical provider, like a nurse or a doctor or something? Because you should get 4 days on, 3 days off, right? I believe. Hopefully, anyway. I feel like there was something else that I was gonna do. Oh, but I got a curveball thrown at me. Somebody's coming, so I need to clean up the house. I forgot. Is it too much stress? Yeah, that is a good question. No, my job is basically supply all the pharmacies in the building. Is to supply all the pharmacies? Oh, so like you're doing like stocking or like keeping up with supplies and stuff, or I guess that would probably be what entails supply. That's stupid of me to say, but yeah, keep their stocks full. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that's still probably a hard job, especially if you have to be there for 12 hours a day. I didn't even think about that. I just figured that people just brought in their own shit and then was like, oh, let me go into the closet and pull out a box of syringes or something. Go figure. I don't know. That's what I do. Like if I'm out of Q-tips, I go in the closet and pull out my Q-tips, and then restock them. So that's that's wild to think, but if you're the person that's doing it in every single clinic and every single patient room, like whoa, that's yeah, that's definitely a lot. And depending on how big your hospital is, like I can imagine that taking like more than one day to do. Or even like it has 5 floors. Oh my god. I can't function when I'm stressed at all. Yeah, and that's where exercise can definitely come into play. So if you're stressed, like exercise more. Or I don't know. Try not to like do things that force you to have to be spontaneous with thoughts, because it's very difficult to think about other shit when something's on your mind and bothering you. I think that's the thing. Just from a practical standpoint, if you will. So, yeah, in any case, guys, I'm going to kind of clean up the house because I've got an unexpected guest coming. And Yeah, that's odd. So I'm gonna try to clean everything up for them and get stuff ready. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you hanging with me today. What do you guys want to do tomorrow? I don't really know what I want to do tomorrow. No problem. Have a good day. See you later. Until next time, guys. You'll be on the Discord. Yeah, well, let's chat on Discord and let's figure out what we want to do tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a different challenge or something. But I've been having a lot of fun with this, and this has definitely kept me busy all week. So it's been a good time. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Much love, everybody. I'm gonna go, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.